everyone, welcome back to another Taekook love story. In a dimly light, cold and damp night inside this go down at the edge of the city, Taehyung, the boss' son, is tied to a chair, his hands bonded tightly behind him. His clothes were slightly torn, his face is bruised, but his distant smirk never faded. The kidnappers thought they had the upper hand, but Taehyung, ever the rebellious spirit, refused to wow. So fear, Taehyung, you really think you can keep me here? My dad's got more power than you can imagine. The kidnappers laugh, mocking him, but Taehyung's confidence is shaken. What he doesn't know is that his father has already taken action, hiring a new bodyguard for Taehyung, someone with skills. The door of the godown cracked open and Jungkook, the new bodyguard, stepped into the shadow. Without a second thought, Jungkook takes down the first kidnapper with swift practice move. Taehyung, eyes widen, watching as Jungkook effortlessly disarms and disables the kidnappers one by one. His movements are soft, calculated. A fight ensues with Jungkook using his environment to his advantage, throwing carrots using the chain hanging from ceiling. Finally, after a few tense moments, the last kidnapper is knocked out cold. Taehyung, still tied to the chair, is staring at Jungkook, completely memorized by the way he handling the situation. Jungkook is standing there, chest rising and falling with the intensity of the fight. Taehyung, well, what was that was impressive, I have got to admit. I don't think anyone could get me out of here this fast. Jungkook approached him and unties the rope around his wrist. His touch is efficient, but there is nothing about the way he moves Taehyung, you must be the new bodyguard, huh? I gotta say, you are not what I expected. Jungkook, I am exactly what you need. Taehyung titled his head, studying Jungkook with mischief eyes. He is not used to people who don't immediately smile at his jokes or flirt back, but Jungkook is different. He is reserved, the one that only makes them more insecure. Taehyung, I could get used to having someone like you around. I will bet you would be fun to have a personal bodyguard. You are strong, silent, and pretty looking, good looking too. Jungkook's gaze flickered for a brief moment, but he doesn't react to Taehyung's flirtiness. Jungkook, you are safe now. Let's get out of here. As Jungkook let Ralph go down, Taehyung still rubbing his wrist from the ropes. Can't help but glance at Jungkook broad shoulder. Taehyung, this is going to be interesting. The car speed through the city street. Taehyung sitting in the passenger seat with was still bubbling with energy from the earlier chaos. Taehyung, so Jungkook, do you ever smile, or are you one of those serious type who is all about job? I mean, it's kinda impressive how you didn't even blink back there. Jungkook's hand stay firm on the steering wheel, his sharp eyes focus on the road ahead. He didn't so much as glance at Taehyung. Taehyung, come on, you have got to give me something. A glance, a smirk, and can't be this serious all the time. It's not healthy. Jungkook remains silent. Taehyung, fine, I'll talk, and you can pretend not to listen. Let's start with me. I'm Kim Taehyung, 22, devilishly handsome and way more interesting than I think you are giving me credit for. Jungkook finally glanced at Taehyung for a split second. Jungkook, I already know who you are, Taehyung. Oh, you speaks? I already started to think you were a robot. Jungkook attention snapped back to the road. Taehyung leaned closer. His grin. Taehyung, you are going to be stuck with me, you know. Might as well get used to me talking. I mean, I could keep going on. Night stories, jokes, embarrassing childhood memories. Jungkook, I am here to keep you safe, not to entertain you. Taehyung blinked momentarily, catch off guard by Jungkook's cool response. Taehyung, oh come on, you can do both. I bet there is a fun side to you somewhere under all that seriousness. I just need to dig a little deeper. Jungkook grip on the steering wheel didn't waver. Jungkook didn't reply. The rest of the ride passed in a blend of them endlessly chatter and Jungkook unyelled in silence. But for the all of Jungkook preferred to ignore him. And Taehyung, he loved every second of it. Back at the mansion, Taehyung spread across the living room couch. Jungkook, he stood a few feet away across, arm crossed. He watched his watchful gaze, never leaving Taehyung. Taehyung phone buzzed, lighting up with Minho's name. Grinning, Taehyung snatched the phone and answered it. Minho, took you long enough to call me back. Minho, sorry man. You know how things are. Anyways, there are a party at Neon Lights Club tonight. Big crowd, good music, perfect place to blow off some steam. You in? Taehyung eyes light up. You, and he sat up straight. Taehyung, heck yes, I am in. What time? Before he could finish, Jungkook calm but firm voice cut through the conversation like a knife. Taehyung, excuse me, I wasn't talking to you. Jungkook remained unfazed, his arm still crossed. Jungkook, I have clear orders to keep you at home for the next few days. No exception. Taehyung stared at Jungkook for a moment, then scoffed, turning to the phone. Taehyung, ignore him. What time are we meeting? Jungkook took a step closer. Jungkook, Mr. Taehyung, you are not going to the club. Minho's voice cracked through the speaker. Minho, who is that? A new bodyguard? Rolling his eyes, Taehyung, yeah, don't worry about it. Jungkook hung up the phone. Taehyung blinked, completely thrown by Jungkook's commanding tone. He wasn't used to people speaking to him like that. Taehyung, Minho, I will call you back. He hung up and turned to Jungkook, arm crossed in defense. Taehyung, wow, didn't realize I hired a babysitter. Is this how it's going to be? You are telling me what I can and can't do? Jungkook met Taehyung's glare. Jungkook, you didn't hire me, your father did, and he made it clear no clubs, no outings, no unnecessary risks for the next few days. I am here to enforce those rules, whether you like it or not. Taehyung's jaw dropped in shock. Taehyung, enforce those rules. What are you, a cop? Relax, man. It's just a club, not a war zone. Jungkook, rules are rules. My job is to keep you safe. Now you are really killing my vibe, Jungkook. How am I supposed to survive without a little fun? Jungkook didn't respond, standing tall and Taehyung sneaked a glance at him. Taehyung, fine, you win this round, Mr. Stoneface, but don't think I'm giving up that easily. Jungkook stood in the living room watching Taehyung with his usual composure. Taehyung, however, was He hated being told what to do, especially by someone as rigid as Jungkook. Jungkook, I think you need to relax. Maybe I will go upstairs and call late tonight. You win. Happy? Jungkook raised an eyebrow, suspicious, but ultimately shrugged and walked towards the bathroom. The moment Jungkook stepped aside, Taehyung grinned. Stepped inside, Taehyung grinned and darted to the door. He pushed it closed and locked it from the outside with a swift motion. From inside, Jungkook's calm voice echoes through the door. Jungkook, Mr. Taehyung, Taehyung, relax, stone face. I will be back before you even realize I am gone. Ignoring Jungkook's demand to open the door, Taehyung grabbed his keys and bolted out the mansion door. The club neon lights hit the pulsing bass of the music hit Taehyung. As soon as he stepped into the neon lights, the city's hottest underground club, the nights stopped wildly, casting vibrant reds and blue across the crowded dance floor. The air was electric, buzzing with every minute. You have made it. I thought you knew babysitter would tie you to the chair or something. He tried, but you know me, unstoppable. Minnow grinned and handed Taehyung a drink. Bugam gave him a small smile before turning his attention back to Minnow, his arm wrapped around protectively around his boyfriend's waist. Bugam, you are reckless, Taehyung. Oh, he is scary, but I have my ways. The three of them laughed and clicked glasses before they wandered into the dance floor. He loves the freedom, the carefree vibe of club, the music, the lights, the crowd. It was everything he craved. He wasn't dancing alone for long. A group of men seated in the dark corner of the club has eyes locked on him. Their protector gaze lingering on him, his confidence and beauty drawing attention like a moth to a flame. Man one, who is that? Too pretty to be real. Man two, he looks like a lost little lamb. Think he is here alone. They watched as Taehyung laughed and said. Meanwhile, Taehyung returning to his friends briefly catching his breath. The place is insane tonight. I needed this. Minho nursed him playfully. Minho, you didn't let your guard down. Clubs like this attracts all kinds of people. Taehyung brushed off the warning. Taehyung, please, I have got this under control. Back at Manson, Jungkook stood in the bathroom, his expression still calm despite being locked in. He didn't waste time. He was free within minutes as he stepped out. His face Jungkook reckless. It didn't take him long to figure out where Taehyung had gone. Pulled out his phone, Jungkook tracked Taehyung's location and headed straight for the club. Taehyung was on the dance floor again, losing himself in the rhythm. He didn't notice when one of the men stepped closer, brushing past him with a sly smile. Man one, you are quite the dancer. Mind if I join you? Taehyung turned startled but still playful. Taehyung, sorry, not really looking for company tonight. Man too. Oh, I wasn't asking. Before Taehyung could respond, the man grabbed his waist, his wrist, pulling him closer. Taehyung froze, his heart pounding as he realized this wasn't just harmless fluttering. Taehyung trying to yank his wrist free, but the man's grip was firm, almost pushing Taehyung. Hey, let go, I'm not interested. The man didn't budge. Man one, relax. I just wanted to have a little fun. Someone like you shouldn't be here alone. Taehyung scanned the crowd for Minno and Bugam, but the dance floor was too packed before he could call for help. Another man approached from behind, his presence adding to Taehyung's growing date. Man 1, he is even prettier up close. Maybe we should take him somewhere quieter, huh? Taehyung's pulse raced. He struggled harder, his voice louder now. In the chaos of the club, most people shrugged it off as drunken antics. Suddenly, just as the second man reached for Taehyung's other arm, a sharp voice cut through the nose. Jungkook, nice. Jungkook let him go. The man froze, turning to see Jungkook standing just a few feet away, his black shirt. Man 1, and who the heck are you? Jungkook stepped closer, his eyes locked onto the man holding Taehyung. The intensity, his gaze alone was enough to make the man's smoke flutter. Jungkook, I wouldn't ask again, Taehyung. Still catching the man's grip, felt a strange mix of relief and awe. The first man laughed nervously, trying before the second man could react. Jungkook delivered a swift kick to his knees, sending him stumbling backward. Jungkook stayed down. The crowd around them parted slightly. Murmurs spread as Jungkook's presence commanded the room. The two men scrambled to their feet, holding their injuries, but Jungkook didn't give them another glance. Jungkook grabbed Taehyung's arm, not roughly, not firmly, and led him out of the club without a word. Taehyung, I didn't ask you to come, you know. Jungkook didn't stop walking until they reached the car. He finally turned to Taehyung. Jungkook, you don't have to ask. My job is to keep you alive, even when you insist on making it harder. Taehyung crossed his arm. Taehyung, I'm fine. I could have handled it. Jungkook raised an eyebrow, his gaze sharp. Jungkook, you called that handling it? Do you even realize how reckless you were? Locking me in the bathroom, sneaking out? That didn't isn't a game, Taehyung. There are people out there who wouldn't hurt you just because they can. Taehyung glanced at Jungkook, feeling a mix of guilt and admiration for all of the seriousness Jungkook had shown up and saved him. Without hesitation, Taehyung, thanks for earlier. Jungkook, get in. We are going home. As Taehyung slid into the car, he couldn't help but steal a glance at Jungkook. His heart fluttered. The silence in the car was heavy, filled with Taehyung's bubbling frustration and Jungkook's cold determination. Finally, Taehyung couldn't take it anymore. Taehyung, Jungkook, you don't have to tell my dad suddenly. It's not a big deal. Seriously, it's not a big deal. I was fine. You handle it right. Jungkook didn't even glance at him. Jungkook, your father hired me to ensure your safety, not to cover for your recklessness. He has the right to know. Taehyung gone, throwing his head back dramatically. Taehyung, come on, Jungkook, don't be such a snitch. You are my bodyguard, not my teacher. Jungkook grip on the wheel tightened slightly and jaw clenched. Jungkook, if you are old enough to sneak out, you are old enough to face the consequences. End of the discussion. Taehyung stared at him, disbelief written all over his face. Taehyung, you are unbelievable. Do you enjoy making my life miserable? Jungkook's expression didn't change. Jungkook, if keeping you alive means meaning unbelievable, Then, so be it, Taehyung heard, crossing his arm tighter, and he turned to glare out of the window. As soon as they entered the mansion, Taehyung's father was waiting for them to the living room. His face was a mix of worry and anger. Taehyung immediately knew he was in trouble. Jungkook stood still. Jungkook, sir, I need to inform you about what happened tonight. Taehyung eyes widen in panic. Taehyung, no, you are really don't. Dad, Taehyung, be quiet. Jungkook, ignoring Taehyung's protest, and continued. Jungkook, Mr. Taehyung locked me in the bathroom and left the house to visit a nightclub. At the club, he attracts unwanted attention and was nearly harmed by two men. I invited and brought him back safely. Taehyung winced at his father's expression, darkened. Dad, you what? Taehyung, it's not that serious. Jungkook, handle it. Dad, not serious. Do you have any idea how dangerous that was? Do you even think what you are doing? Or do you just act on impulse like a spoiled child? Taehyung flinched at this harsh words and his own anger flaring up in response. Taehyung, I just wanted to have some fun. You can't keep me locked up in like a prisoner all the time, Dad. This isn't about fun, Taehyung. This is about your safety. Do you know how many enemies I have? How many people would hurt you just to get me? Just to go get to me? Taehyung, you think this is a joke? Taehyung, maybe if you weren't so upset with your business, you actually treated me like a son instead of a pawn, I wouldn't have to sneak out. The room fell silence. His father's eyes narrowed, his voice dropping to a dangerously low tone. Dad, you have no idea what I have sacrificed to keep you safe. Taehyung, if you think for 1 second that this is about control, you are wrong. This is about keeping you alive. Taehyung's anger fluttered slightly, but he didn't refuse to back down. I didn't ask for this. I just wanted to live my life without you or Jungkook breaking down my neck for every second. Jungkook watched it with silence. There was a flicker of something in his eyes, concern, maybe even understanding. Dad, from now on, you're not leaving this house unless I say so. No more clubs, no more sneaking out, and no more excuses. And if I find you are disobeying me again, there will be serious consequences. Taehyung clenched his fist, his frustration boiling over. Taehyung, fine, lock me up. That's all I am to you anyway. A prisoner to this stupid house. With that, Taehyung stormed out of the living room. To be continued. So everyone, how was it? The start of the story. Did you enjoy it or not? Comment it down. And what do you think? What is Taehyung gonna do? Is he gonna listen to his dad or is he gonna follow his heart? We will see you again all this in the next episode. See you again. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.